can do to you, but at the same time, able to stop him and the rest of the team. Touchdowns. One in the air to Tarek Nessheim, who's a senior. Matt Bloom's 3 rushing touchdowns, about 300 yards, and like I just said, the 3 touchdowns. Tomorrow, I won't be able to join you, but I believe it's going to be Caden Alex on the call for the 8th grade team game. I believe that's tomorrow night. It's Caden Alex, so you guys will be on that. I'll be away on business, for lack of a better term, and so hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to listen to you guys. It's tomorrow night, right?
Yep, 8th grade's last home game in middle school, so letting the Gridiron Club, but letting them do a nice thing and play under the lights, get a feel what the high school field kind of feels like, and then I think there's going to be some announcing and maybe a little bit of a fundraiser for a good cause. So great. They haven't done that in a few years. Coach Kleppe was talking about how when he played in 8th grade, they did that for his last game. But with Mount Horeb making the home field advantage for the playoffs, they haven't been able to do that so much with having to have a home game the next week. So nice thing for them to do for the Mount Horeb 8th graders.
You bet. I guess you're going to call a good one tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get a chance to listen to that. What time is that at again there, bud?
I believe the first game's at 4 and 6. Second game's at 6. Does that sound right?
I think it does. So with that, that's the next time you guys can tune in to us. Caden and Alex will have that call. Then after that, we'll have soccer and volleyball playoffs. The playoff seedings coming out soon for football too, so stay tuned. We'll have that up on our Twitter page. I think for the player of the game, we're going to go with the Mount Horeb offensive line consisting of Sam Strachka, Stefan Topper, Schuler from Barneveld, Hunter Post, and Ben Kitsky. So mostly seniors there, except for Strachka, the junior. And then in there also was Ben Stousen, a junior who is in there every once in a while.
Yeah, Kitsky last week stepping in for the injured Eli Williams, who was a sophomore, so he'll be a nice offensive lineman for Mount Horeb for years to come. And really nice night for the senior to be able to play on senior night too. So great job by the offensive line, allowing Mount Horeb running backs and Max Myler over 330 yards. So, and of course those 6 total rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, big game from the offensive line tonight. So we're gonna wrap this one up here at Wisco Radio. Your final score 49-28. Mount Horeb takes the win, goes to 6-3. Like we said, Sauk Prairie now down to 2-7, and they will not be in the playoffs, but the seedings will come out. We'll have that on Wisco Radio for you as soon as we find out the seedings. Thank you for listening tonight. This has been Wisco Radio. I'm Bryce Hopwood, along with Alex Shields and Cade Johnson, Payne Lightfoot, our tech man, on the video for you tonight, testing out our new HD system, so thank you to him. So with that, it'll be Kate and Alex again tomorrow night for the 8th grade football last home game of their middle school. And then we have the playoff game next weekend. We're going to look into being able to get spots for the soccer and volleyball playoffs. So you'll know if you go onto our Twitter page at what we're planning on looking at and planning to bring to you guys. So stick with us, stick tuned. We'll see you next week and tomorrow and soon. So thank you for listening. This is Bryce Hopwood. This has been Wisco Radio. We'll see you soon.
Kittleson Landscaping Incorporated provides landscape design and installation services through the greater Madison area and surrounding communities. Kittleson Landscape will design, install, or renovate your project with high-quality materials and local craftsmanship. Owner and founder Craig Kittleson takes pride in his work and enjoys working with his clients as they do with him. When you hire Kittleson Landscape, you can rest assured that people working on your home or business are qualified, professional, and pay attention to details. Your satisfaction is their goal. Check out their Facebook page and call them today at 437-8845.
You are listening to Vikings basketball right here on Wisco Radio.
You are listening to Wisco Radio. The experts at Web.com want to build your business a successful website for free, just like we did for these current Web.com customers.
We've looked at other website designers. There's nobody better than Web.com.
Web.com can build your website in as little as 7 days free. Plus, we'll promote it on all the major search engines. If after 30 days you're happy, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
If you're in business and you don't have a web presence, you won't be taken seriously.
Call right now and you'll also get a free .com or .net domain name for your new website, powered by VeriSign, the world's leading domain name provider.
No upfront charge for site build, after which ongoing fees apply. Rights to site are relinquished when canceled. Domain included during active service, after which fees apply.
Call 855-672-1565, 855-672-1565, 855-672-1565. That's 855-672-1565.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Wisco Radio for photos, stats, the tip tracker, and much more.
Welcome to Wisco Radio. My name is Bryce Hopwood. I'm here with Cade Johnson, Scott Underwood, and Alex Shields. It's Week 8 action here in the WIAA. We bring you your Mount Horeb Vikings against the Baraboo Thunderbirds, and we'll have an interesting one on us tonight as the sun is set behind the trees up here as we look onto the field and see the fans filing in. The Baraboo band just ahead of us on their track here with the visitor sideline. It's gonna be a good one tonight.
Yeah, it's a good game and a great opportunity for Mount Horeb to bounce back after a tough game last week. I'm sure they're ready to go.
Yeah, alluding to the 30-16 loss on homecoming last week. Mount Horeb against Reedsburg. Reedsburg and Wanakee in action tonight, a game that could decide the conference. But we won't focus on that. We'll stay here with our game. And it's with the sun setting, it's a little chillier. And talking with Coach Travis Rohr pre-game, I got a quick chance with him, and he said that the cold weather won't really affect the running and pass game. He said that they're going to try and pound the ball because Sauk Prairie last week had over 300 yards rushing on this Baraboo team, and that he feels that they like to exploit the run so that they can open up those pass lanes for Max Myler.
Yeah, I'm sure Mount Horeb Bonneville is really looking to have an explosive night on offense this week after last week struggling a little bit more than they usually do. And Baraboo so far this year has shown to be a little, possibly the weakest team in the conference, as they were beat by Baraboo earlier this year. By Portage earlier this year. But Baraboo does have one win on the year here on their homecoming night against Madison Edgewood. So they're a team that's shown they can get it done. So it'll be a challenge for the Vikings, as every night is in high school football. Yeah, they gave a good DeForest team that Mount Horeb beat 35-14. Baraboo gave that DeForest team a good game, only a one-score game. So obviously they have the potential. The starting quarterback is a junior, Tom Ginter, somebody that I personally got to see last year and is one of the top pitchers in the conference. He won a conference award for his arm in the Badger Conference for Baraboo's baseball team. So obviously you can look towards him to be throwing the ball out a little bit because he's got that arm, as I just mentioned, and whatnot. And the running back for Baraboo has been great so far this year. Number 34, Noah Larson, I believe, is their starting running back. Yeah, Noah Larson. 34, Noah Larson. He was second team all-conference last year as a sophomore, so we'll see what he's able to do tonight. He leads the team. He's a junior this year, As a sophomore, he won that second team all-conference award. But he's got 83 carries so far this year with 583 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah, so a productive year so far for Larson at running back, and I think running is the thing that Baraboo leans on to get most of their offense, as I don't think they have quite developed their passing game yet this year, as their leading passer, number 16, Tom Ginther, has 52 passes for 128 yards this year, and 3 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. So not great numbers, but I don't think they've been throwing the ball too much this year.
Yeah, he's got just under 500 yards so far on this season. And we'll introduce Baraboo's coach now, Steve Turkington. He's 3-4 in his second year. He's running a 3-4 off defense and has multiple offensive schemes. So a new coach coming in with a new program, trying to probably learn his ways, as we've seen so far through this year. We've seen many different offenses. The spread offense, similar to Mount Horeb's. Some more pro-style offenses, and the I formation from Wanakee, and definitely some West Coast offenses so far. And then last week, Reedsburg, that wing back, the 3 in the backfield. You don't see that very often. Oftentimes, if you see it, you'll be watching college football, the Air Force Academy, that Falcons that run that type of offense, and a lot of possibilities can come out of that. So it's nice to see that we've seen these different offenses and that Mount Horeb's done a good job at stopping them so far.
Yeah, that's one thing. In this conference, not every team has the same style of play. That's one thing that's somewhat unique about high school football, is you see many different offenses being run, and Mount Horeb is showing they can compete with any of them. And I think Baraboo's coach, Steve Turkington, in his second season, he's sort of a newer coach, and he's kind of trying to figure out what style of offense works best for him, experimenting a little bit still. So Baraboo is probably still in what you would consider the rebuilding process right now, where the coach is trying to build a strong program, but this is an opponent you can't take lightly, just as you can't with any opponent in high school football.
Yeah, coming down to these Friday night lights, we have about 15:30 to kick off here. I think we're going to step away for our first break. This has been Wisco Beat Radio. We'll bring you back with some more pregame action in just a few moments.
Odds and Ends is Mount Horeb's custom screen print and embroidery shop. Odds and Ends provide quality garments and more to support your team or business needs. Stop in for all your Mount Horeb Viking spirit wear or talk with Teresa about fundraising ideas. Located on 205 North 8th Street in Mount Horeb, call 437-8555 or visit oddsandends.net. Tell them Blaine and Joey sent you. Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back. I'm Bryce Hopwood with Scott Underwood as we're bringing you this pregame of your Mount Horeb Vikings before they play the Baraboo Thunderbirds. Got about 14:30 now to tick down here. Just talking a little bit about Baraboo and how they like to run the ball and how they have a good junior running back who Noah Larson, who received a second-team all-conference mention last year. So obviously a very talented back. And as we look on here as they get and are warming up, we see I'm out of the shotgun a little bit here. So it looks like they run that multiple different offenses, but a spread also looks to be in their arsenal. So we'll see if they try to push a tempo like Mount Horeb does and try and stay warm on this seemingly getting chilly night. And with that, let's talk about Mount Horeb a little bit. Scott, start us off.
Yeah, so last week Mount Horeb had a tough loss on their homecoming night, coming at the hands of the Reedsburg Beavers, a team that, although they've been really strong in the past years, this year they maybe weren't quite expected to be quite as strong, but they played a really good game last week. Mount Horeb didn't play quite as well, and they came away with the loss, and that's something that's got to sting for them.
Yeah, especially in that homecoming game, something that you can definitely be a little bitter about. Quick thank you to those who stepped in for us, Jack Preen and Mark Fredrickson. Big thank you to them for helping Brad out last week and letting us take the week off to enjoy our homecoming, which we did in the pretty cold there. But so just wanted to say a quick thank you to them. We're going to bring in Cade Johnson for some stats here. Quick, what do you got for us, sir, Cade?
Starting out with the Mount Horeb passing game and Max Myler, 1,619 yards for 12 touchdowns, but along with that, 8 interceptions. So I think he's thrown at least one per game in the last 4 games, I believe. So strong start as far as taking care of the ball, but he'll be really looking to improve that this game. And then out of the backfield for the Vikings, 3 different running backs with, as we talked about before, different styles of running. And their leading rusher, Matt Bloom, 680 yards for 9 rushing touchdowns. And then Tieran Chappell, 240 yards, who also averages 12 yards per carry.
Yeah, I think something to mention there is Bloom with those. How many was that? 6 what?
For Bloom, 680 yards.
Yeah, those 680 yards. He's looking to have about 1,000-yard season this year, which will be awesome. And
Miley on pace for over 2,000 yards this season, probably.
Probably with the playoffs, probably looking closer to 2,500 even. So we'll see. Tonight should be a good game and see what we can see out of that 3-4 defense with Baraboo. A lot of times out of the 3-4, you can see a lot of zone coverages. So we'll see if that spread offense can kind of keep them on their toes and get them out of the way of their assignments and can kind of find those pockets in the zone. Kid, what else you got for us?
Yeah, Tristan Simpson, another one of the Vikings' 3 top-notch running backs, 225 yards for 2 touchdowns himself. So, like we've been talking about all throughout this year, many different running backs with different styles of running, really opening it up for each one another and the passing game.
Yeah, and talking with Coach Rohr, like I said, that he said, really looking to pound the ball tonight after they had 300 yards gained on Baraboo. Had 300 yards gained on themselves last week against Sauk Prairie. So looks like Roar will be trying to pound the ball a little bit and then find those open passing lanes.
Yeah, and the Baraboo defense also allows 33.9 points per game. So really not the best in the conference, you could say, is stopping opponents to scoring. So, and also Mount Horeb Vikings with that high-powered offense, that should be a good matchup against Baraboo.
Yeah, I think the Vikings with 4 receivers over 100 yards on the year already. Myler, a great quarterback, and they really have 3 running backs. There's really no weak link in the running back core, as you would say. They can all get the job done. They've all shown what they can do this year, and we expect all 3 of them to see quite a bit of time tonight and be productive.
Yeah, Mount Horeb averaging 29.9, so we'll call it 30 points per game so far this year. So we'll see if those 2 numbers kind of go head-to-head and see if Mount Horeb can put up that 30, because a lot of times in this Badger Conference, when you put up 30-plus points in a game, you seem to be able to win the game. But at the same time, if you score 30 points, you can also be in a shootout and maybe run the totals up near 50, because this conference is just so strong and you see such good football.
Yeah, I think the conference this year, offense has sort of taken over throughout the conference a little more, as we've seen much more higher scoring games. As the DeForest game, for example, it was a pretty high scoring game, and normally when Mount Horeb plays DeForest, you see a low scoring, turnover prone battle sort of game. But Mount Horeb versus DeForest this year was more of a high scoring game, and that sort of shows the evolution of the Badger North and the spread offense that some teams are running now.
Yeah, and especially seeing, we'll start with Monona Grove. I'm forgetting his name.
Torrin Young.
Excuse me, that escaped me. But his D1 talent, we're starting to evolve and see these athletes really play really top level football, so that we're seeing better athletes out here and guys who have ability to play at high levels. So that kind of boosts everybody else in the conference up and can allow people to really get a feel and really feel some top-notch football. I think we're going to step out for a break here. We got about 8:50 before the kickoff. The Baraboo band looks to line up like they're about to play. So we'll step off for a quick ad and bring you some more pregame. This has been Wisco Radio. We'll be right back.
From your backyard to your back 40, Badgerland Fencing covers all of your fencing needs. From farm to residential to commercial fences, Badgerland Fencing offers you the highest quality work at the industry's most competitive prices. Chris and his team have over 30 years of experience and urge you to call for a free estimate. Their number, 608-444-9266. 608-444-9266. Call today. You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Kittleson Landscaping Incorporated provides landscape design and installation services through the greater Madison area and surrounding communities. Kittleson Landscape will design, install, or renovate your project with high-quality materials and local craftsmanship. Owner and founder Craig Kittleson takes pride in his work and enjoys working with his clients as they do with him. When you hire Kittleson Landscape, you can rest assured that the people working on your home or business are qualified, professional, and pay attention to details. Your satisfaction is their goal. Check out their Facebook page and call them today at 437-8845.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to Wisco Radio here. My name's Bryce Hopwood. Alongside my pal Scott Underwood, we're bringing you some pregame here as the clock ticks down to about 7 minutes before this kickoff. The Baraboo Band on the field playing a song. The Baraboo players lined up. I believe it's their senior night tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. We have a program full of all the seniors' information, learn some interesting things about some of the players, and I believe it's Mount Horeb's senior night next week, so we'll have to celebrate that with the game against Sauk next week. But for now, it's still week 8 at Baraboo, so we'll turn to that game once again.
Yeah, and on this week 8 matchup here and focusing on that senior night next week, it's important to take care of business here because of playoff eligibility. If you listen to the pregame show that we had the sports report on earlier, talking about the playoff pushes that everybody's kind of trying to make, and Mount Horeb needing a win here in these next 2 games to for sure get a spot. So we'll see. Sauk and Baraboo haven't been the top notch in the conference, so hopefully we can see them take care of business. But we're going to call the game as we see it and tell no lies. So hopefully we'll see some good football here and be able to bring you some wins these next week and then bring you some playoff football.
Yeah, I believe Mount Horeb has gotten through the toughest stretch of its schedule, as in a stretch of 4 weeks they played DeForest, Wanakee, and Reedsburg, the 3 other toughest teams in their conference. So now that with that tough stretch out of the way, they got through it all right. Their record standing at 4-3, still with a good chance to make the playoffs, and we'll see what happens in these next 2 weeks. It's exciting as we're nearing the end of the season.
Yeah, you betcha. The Mount Horeb school song being played by this Baraboo Band, doing a pretty good job out there, so we appreciate that. As we look across, we see a little bit of a scattered crowd from Baraboo, and even a less scattered crowd here from Mount Horeb, just a few, but nothing wrong with that. It's a little cold, it's a little dark, the sun has gone down behind the trees, and I believe down through the horizon, and we have the parents walking on for Baraboo for their senior night.
Yeah, a little weird setup here at Baraboo Stadium, as the home stands are actually significantly smaller than the visiting side, although they are newer, so a little different setup, something you don't see too often.
Yeah, this Baraboo Stadium getting a few renovations within the last few years, and a nice field. I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. Baraboo Thunderbirds on the track right there that we can see. A nice big scoreboard reading Baraboo 0, Mount Horeb 0, and about 4:20 left here before kickoff. The Baraboo Band and on the field still playing that song, and I'm sure they'll do some parent
senior night parent introductions, the usual for seniors.
Yeah, so we have a beautiful night for it. I mean, a little chilly, but nothing a blanket or 2 won't help, and everything. I think we're going to step away quick for a quick break, bring you the last few bits of information you need to know for this week 8 matchup. This has been Wisco Radio. We'll be right back.
Premium home sites in Mount Horeb are now available for the most desirable neighborhood. Valley View Heights offers prime yet attractively priced single-family home sites for your new custom home. Unbeatable location on the southwest side of the village near parks and other recreational attractions. After a challenging day, there's no better place to unwind than your new home in Valley View Heights. For more information, contact Century 21 Pfister Agency at 608-437-3044 or visit www.lots@valleyview.com. You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Welcome back after that quick break as we roll down to about 3 minutes left. The senior night ritual of the parents being read off and the players running out to join themselves versus the cheerleaders and then the football players. Scott, what do you got for us on the games of the conference this week?
Yeah, so elsewhere in the conference tonight we have a matchup of Monroe at Sauk Prairie, a Badger South versus Badger North battle between two teams that haven't had the best seasons, but anytime it's Badger North versus Badger South, it's a little bit of a pride thing. You want to get the win. Then we have Wanakee at Reedsburg, a huge game for the implications of the conference standings, as Wanakee, I believe, still is undefeated in the conference.
Yeah, I believe whoever wins that game will get the outright share in the conference. Unless Reedsburg wins that game, then they would share it, I believe, depending on the DeForest Portage game, which is next.
Yeah, and then the third game tonight in the conference is Portage at DeForest. Game you would expect DeForest to probably win at home, but you never know what can happen in high school football. And now to turn to some other Mount Horeb High School athletic action this week. Tomorrow we have a varsity and JV soccer game at home versus Madison East. And on Tuesday there's also a varsity and JV soccer game at Wanakee, actually a big matchup for them, as that could decide who wins conference. Tuesday there's also a volleyball match at home versus Dodgeville, varsity and JV both, I believe. And Thursday there's another volleyball matchup at Monona Grove. So the fall sports starting to wind down a little bit, as I believe cross country is done now, or about done, and girls golf is done for sure. So quite a few sports winding down their seasons, but football is still going strong. We have one regular season, or two regular season matchups left, counting tonight, and then the playoffs. So we'll see how long this year can go.
Yeah, playoff pushes in all the sports right now, and that's going to be a fun one, definitely, to see this Mount Horeb team, a strong team, and definitely seen some strong teams already and given strong teams good games so far. So we'll see what happens with this playoff push and whatnot. So we're going to have the playing of the national anthem here. So please join us for this as we play this national anthem, and brought to you by the Baraboo Band. We're going to remove our caps here and take a few moments for them as Mount Horeb and Baraboo run on the field to get lined up before this. A great moment here in high school sports that we can all share our country's flag with this national anthem and get everybody involved and realize that we're all one nation together, whether we're cheering for one team or not. So we'll bring you this national anthem right here. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem brought to you by the Baraboo Band. This is Week 8 football. Let's play some football. Scott Underwood's going to bring you these starting lineups with a few changes here. So what do you have for us, Scott?
Yeah, so for Mount Horeb, on the offensive side of the ball, starting at quarterback, as always, we will have number 7, Max Myler, a 6'3", 215-pound senior. Starting at running back next to Myler, we'll have number 20, Matt Bloom, a 6', 200-pound senior running back. At the wide receiver positions, we'll have number 25, Jackson Rose, a 6'2", 182-pound junior. and alongside him, Trey Lobby, number 9, a 6'1", 155-pound junior. Starting at tight end, we have Tarek Nessheim, number 80, a 6'6", 200-pound tight end. On the line, left to right, we will have Stefan Topper, number 51. Next to him, Hunter Post, number 74. Starting at center, we have Dalton Schaller, number 55. Next to him, at right guard, I believe, is Samuel Shaw-Traka. And starting at right tackle is Eli Williams. Turning to the defensive side of the ball, we have Drew Archie, Bryce Arneson. Starting on the defensive line, the linebacking core will be Jackson Seymour, Zachary Steckline, Cam Krantz, and a new addition to the starting lineup at inside linebacker is Scott Hall. The secondary for Mount Horeb will be Bama Doyle and Brady Arneson at cornerback, and at safety Austin Stram. And Trey Reckner was moved there this week to replace Cade Nichols. And the kick is now off, kicked right to left by Baraboo, and goes through the end zone for a touchback. So it will be Mount Horeb football at their own 20-yard line here at the beginning of the first quarter, a matchup between Mount Horeb Barneveld and Baraboo.
Yeah, great start, and I talked to Cade today. His ankle healing well and has surgery on Wednesdays, so shout out to Cade. Hope you heal up quick, and we're playing some ball for you. Thanks for listening, bud. Mount Horeb set to go. One receiver on the right, 2 on the left. Bloom in the backfield. Nessheim on the right side of the line, near the hash. Myler, the snap, handoff to Bloom. Up the middle, tries to fight his way for a few, lunges forward, gets about 3, 2nd and 7.
A good run there by Bloom, getting a few yards up the middle and before he was stopped by the defense. So not a big start for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Trips on the right side. Bloom in the backfield with Myler. Myler the snap. Handoff to Bloom. Makes a move. Makes a man miss. Carries a man or two with him. And he'll get down to about the, looks like, 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short. About 3rd and 2 now.
Yeah, so a big 3rd down here for Mount Horeb Barneveld. You never want to get stopped to 3 and out on your first drive of the game.
Trips on the right. Tarek Nessheim on the left side. Bloom in the backfield on the right side of Myler. Myler the snap. Fake handoff. Slant over the middle. Drop just behind. The throw was to Jackson Rose just behind him. Off his hands and incomplete. We have a 4 and out early here, quick. Not even a whole minute into the game. Myler's going to be on to punt this ball.
And so not quite the way the offense wanted to start this game, I'm sure, for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
24, the running back, Noah Larson for Baraboo, back to receive. Myler the snap. The punt is away. A beautiful punt. Larson back. Lands at about the 30. Takes a Mount Horeb bounce to the 20. Looks like it'll stop rolling at the 16, and that's where Baraboo will take over. So we'll see if they use Noah Larson, as he's already ready to get held up, and see if he gets used a lot tonight. So I'm sure Mount Horeb has seen that on the film and are ready for this run.
Yeah, and one interesting thing we'll look for with the Vikings on defense is Scott Hall making his first start on varsity as a sophomore this year, and we'll see what he can do at the inside linebacker position.
You bet.
And see what Trey Reckner can do at the safety position.
Receiver on the right, receiver on the left, tight end on the right side. I formation, fullback and halfback in the backfield. Ginther under center. Handoff around the left side, but stacked up for maybe a gain of about 1 or 6 inches or so. On the stop, it looked like Cam Krantz, and I saw Austin Stram in there coming up from his safety position.
Yeah, good first play there for the Vikings defense as they met the Noah Larson in the back right as he got past the line of scrimmage.
Same setup, receiver on the right, receiver on the left. Fullback and Larson in the backfield. Ginther under center. Ginther awaiting the snap. The snap. Quick slant play over the middle. Caught. And it looks like it'll be a first down.
And number 24, Colin Feld on the catch there.
Clock ticks down to about 10:15 here. Baraboo back in the huddle, so not a fast-paced offense. They're going to be slow and methodical and work the ball down the field. Same setup, receiver on the right, receiver on the left. Tight end on the left side. Fullback and halfback in the backfield. Ginther under center. Waiting the snap. Handoff to Larson up the middle, and he's stacked up, met by the whole Mount Horeb line. Cam Krantz, Scott Hall, Bryce Arneson getting up from that pile. So Zach Stecklein, looks like everybody but the defensive secondary for Mount Horeb was on that one.
Yeah, great job swarming to the ball there. And first two running plays have gone very well for the Vikings on defense, so we'll look for them to continue that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mount Horeb's really expecting them to throw the ball much as they come out in the same set again. Receiver on the right, receiver on the left. Tight end on the left side, fullback, and Larson in the backfield. Tight end goes in motion across to the right side now. Ginther under center, awaiting the snap. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and stacked up again. Drew Archie in there on the play. Cam Krantz also there. See Zach Stecklein coming out of that pile. Looks like a loss, and it looks like it'll be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, so tough start for Baraboo running the football, but we'll see if they can get this offense going. Their first pass went very well for them.
Yeah, it looks to be a passing down in this Mount Horeb defense dressed in all white. It looks to be pretty excited here, getting pretty pumped up. Receiver on the right. That's Larson out on the right side. Receiver on the left. Fullback and halfback behind Ginther under center. Ginther drops back to pass, looking Larson's way, looking to the right side. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Looks like some feet got tangled, but incomplete, looking for Larson over the middle. And that'll be a 3 and out for Baraboo as the clock's at 8:29 here.
Yeah, not quite sure what Baraboo has in the punting department or special teams, but
we'll see what they got as it looks like Tyrion Chappell's back at his own 35-yard line. Baraboo's punter at about his own 12. The snap, bobbled, almost blocked, a wobbly punt. Chappell's going to take it. He drops it, and it's recovered by number 3, Josh Ennis-Miller, a senior, I believe, and he'll take it all the way for a score. Touchdown, Baraboo.
yeah, so big mistake there by Chappell trying to take the kick. It was a wobbly kick. He had to run up to it at full speed, and he was hit right as he caught it. So maybe not the best decision there, but the Vikings will need to rebound from this.
Looks like they're going to actually call it back, or looks like there's going to be a referee little conference here and see what's going on. We'll wait to bring you the result, but I believe it should be a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be.
Unless maybe they say he called for a fair catch and then the ball would be dead when recovered, but I don't believe
Yeah, I don't believe he was going for a fair catch. So a big mistake there by the Vikings return team, though, to start the game.
Yeah, it looks like something will have negated the touchdown, so it looks like Baraboo will get the ball at the 42-yard line with a first down. So no clear indication that we could see from up here in the booth, but
we cannot advance the ball, so we do get the ball on
the PA announcer making the call that they cannot advance the ball on the recovery. So
I'm not sure if that's a rule particular to high school. I'm not sure about the rule there, but what matters is that it's first down and 10 for Baraboo at the Mount Horeb Barneveld 47-yard line.
8-12 here in this first quarter. No score. We will clarify no score on that bobbled punt. Larson on the right side of his receiver, another one in the slot with him, fullback and halfback. Ginther in the backfield. Under center. Looks to be passing. Going for Larson on the right sideline, thrown incomplete.
Yeah, the pass was overthrown a little bit, looked to be out of bounds possibly.
Second and 10 now.
So Vikings defense doing a good job holding up. Other than that one pass play they gave up, they haven't given up any yards.
Receiver on the right, receiver on the left. Two in the backfield. Ginther under center. Ginther handoff to the fullback up the middle, but stopped. Bryce Arneson. And
Are you ready?
Lead. Frederickson open for 3 in the corner. Shot is good. 10-2. Haig skips over to Frederickson on the left wing. 3 is up. Shot is good. Frederickson answers back. Vikings take the lead. 25-23.
bringing you the Vikings Sports Network live on your computer or mobile device.
Crosses over to his left, drives the lane, goes up strong, tough shot off the rim, and bounces in! And Myler heading to the free throw line for a three-point play opportunity. 1:02 remaining fourth quarter. Myler looks to drive in the lane, goes up strong off the glass and in. Vikings take the lead. Lazar to inbound, gets it into Epping, back to Lazar, 10 seconds remaining. Lazar dribbles from right, gets it to Epping, flips it to Fredrickson, fakes the three, now looks to drive. Shot fake, tough three is up, and good! Oh my God!
Fredrickson for the win!
Win! Reckner at the free throw line. 7.2 seconds played. First one is up off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Mueller, 6 seconds to play. Gets it to Thomas, left side. Shot to Kelsey is up and no good. Rebound, Myler, and the Vikings are heading to the state semifinal for the first time since 1941 as the Vikings get over the hump and are heading to the Kohl Center.
Here they are, the voice of the Vikings, live on WiscoRadio.com.
And a good evening to you here from Beaver Dam High School. Stunning gym up here in Beaver Dam, Valentine's Day matchup. A happy birthday goes out to my mom. Tonight we have a Badger North matchup between the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers and the Mount Horeb Vikings. First stats for Beaver Dam coming into this game 7-10 overall, 3-7 in the Badger North in 6th place. Beaver Dam lost to Reedsburg last time out 63-59. Golden Beavers averaging 64.1 a game this season. Just about a third of those points coming from Nate Abel, who averages 20.5 a game. Abel has only scored under 15 a game twice this season, both coming in losses, putting up 14 against Reedsburg in the last game and only 2 points at a loss to Sauk Prairie. Abel's put up 36 this season, so he's definitely capable of putting up big numbers in a flash. Abel, as I said, currently averaging 20.5 a game, along with 5.1 boards, 3.1 assists a game. Abel definitely having a strong senior season. Next in scoring for Beaver Dam is senior Broden Boschert, averaging 15.7 and 6.4 boards a game. Third top scorer for Beaver Dam is Tyler Bunkowski, who averages 10.7 a game. Those three players accounting for about 70% of Beaver Dam's scoring. So if the Vikings can stop those three players on the defensive side of things, they should be happy with the end result. With that, 7:52 left in this pregame show. We'll take one quick break. We'll be right back.
Plain, Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Plain, Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or plainwisconsin.com.
Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Plain, Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit playinwisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back to you here to the Wisco Radio pregame show. Now diving into some stats for the Mount Horeb Vikings, entering today the exact opposite record as Beaver Dam, 10-7 overall and 7-3 in conference in fourth place. The Vikings have been victorious in 5 of their last 6 games. The only loss out of those last 6 coming at home to Janesville Craig, of course, in that 3 overtime thriller a couple weeks back. Mount Horeb averaging 58.8 points a game after beating Sauk Prairie 68-56 on Tuesday. Owen Ziegler averaging 19 a game, upping his season average to 14.8. Ziegler is scoring 111 points over his last 6 games, only scoring under 15 points once, a 5-point game in a win versus Baraboo. Ziegler in his last 6 games has put up 22, at least 22 in 3 of those 6 games, 22-point game, 23, and a 27-point game in that 3 overtime loss to Janesville Craig. Second for scoring for Mount Horeb is junior Torn Hanna, averaging 13 and a half per matchup. Third in scoring for Mount Horeb is senior Carter Jokes at 8.5 a game. Mount Horeb beat this Beaver Dam team earlier this season 58-48, and the Vikings have put up at least 70 a game, 70 points in their last 5 games. So if they can keep up the offensive scoring tonight, they should be happy with the result. Should be a pretty fun game. I believe with that, 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in this pregame show. We'll take one final break. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
Did you know that one of the top global providers of 3D printing and additive manufacturing services is located right here just outside of Mount Horeb? Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating parts and prototypes for companies worldwide. To learn more, visit MidwestProto.com. Midwest Prototyping proudly supports Mount Horeb students through internships, technical education programs, and athletics. Go Vikings!
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymounthoreb.com. Book online or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknortman.firstweber.com.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. 32 seconds until tip-off. Getting into some brief keys to the game. Getting out to the fast start will be huge. Vikings have got out some fast starts and big leads this year and haven't looked back once they've gotten those leads. Knocking down free throws, and I have that in all caps in my notes. Mount Horeb has been solid at the line this year. One player that has been outstanding from the line is senior Owen Ziegler, who's shooting 51 of 54 from the line, which, if you're not very savvy in math like me, is equal to 94%, making threes. The Vikings seem hesitant to shoot the ball from outside on Tuesday against Sauk, and even though they won that game, it would be nice to see the team knock down some shots. With that, all zeros on the scoreboard. We will hand it over to the PA announcer for the national anthem.
We remind you that one of the goals of high school athletics is learning lifetime values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes this game an educational experience. So we ask that you please remember the sport of winning attitude during tonight's game. And now, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask you please remain standing, remove your headgear, and place your hand over your heart for the presentation of our national anthem.
$18 minutes on the scoreboard here. Last keys to the game for the Vikings. Limiting turnovers will be huge. Mount Horeb has a very small amount of turnovers last time out, which was a major contributor to the win versus Sauk. Now, getting into some starting lineups. Starting first for the Vikings, number 0, senior Carter Jilks, following Jilks. Number 2, quarterback of the Vikings, Ethan Post. Following Post is number 5, Torin Hanna. Following Hanna is none other than number 22, Tony Anthony Lang. And last but not least, number 23, Owen Stephen Curry Ziegler. Now for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, starting first here is going to be number 2, Broden Boschert, 6-foot senior guard. Following Boschert shall be number 3, Brady Helbing, 5'9" sophomore in the starting lineup for Coach Tim Ladron. Following Helbing is number 11, Alex Soto, 5'11" sophomore guard, another sophomore in the starting lineup. Following Soto, number 22, Tyler Bunkowski, another sophomore, 5'11" sophomore guard. And following Bunkowski, none other than Nate Abel. Abel really filling things up in terms of scoring this season, averaging 20.5 points, as I have said. Got to be up there in scoring in the Badger North. 18 minutes on the clock. Mount Horeb in all red road unis, and Beaver Dam in the home white on white. Solid Mount Horeb turnout, as it always is here. Seeing a lot of red as I'm looking around this gym. This gym only a couple years old, as they've got 6 courts here in this gym. Tipping things off is Torn Hannah winning it for the Vikings. Post gets it over to Hannah. Hannah gets it to Jokes, gets it down low to Ziegler. Ziegler, nice spin move in the post. Ziegler spinning, getting it out to Post, top of the key. Post gets it over to Jokes. Jokes driving to his right now into the lane. Floater up and off the glass, no good. Foul on the Vikings early on. Jokes picking up that foul for the Vikings. As that is number 1 for Carter. Bringing the ball up here is Nate Abel. Abel driving right, getting Torn Hannah isolated now. Getting it back, faked actually to the top of the key. Boschert now pulls up for a 3 up, no good. Rebounded by Hannah and out on him. That will stay on this end of the court as cameraman Evan Stanger retrieves that ball. Shout out to Evan over there on camera doing his thing. Inbounding it here is Helbing. Helbing having trouble getting it in. Eventually gets it into Bunkowski. Bunkowski crosses left. Nice backup by Abel. Helbing gets it over to Boschert. Boschert looks down low, does not get it there. Instead drives lane, kicks out to the top of the key to Helbing. Helbing gets it over to Bunkowski. Helbing now gets it back over to Abel. Great defensive stand here by Mount Horeb as Abel loses his dribble, gets it back. Getting it to Soto. Soto, top of the key, 3 up, no good for Bunkowski. 0-0 still the score, 16:40 left in this first half as Post gotta get out of the lane. He does, getting it to Ziegler. Ziegler about 40 feet from the hoop, knows he can shoot that, elects not to. Instead gets switched. Now into the corner to Lang. Lang turns it over nearly, and he does. Now getting out and running with it are the Beavers. Easy lay-in for Beaver Dam. Helbing getting that deuce in transition. First points of this ball game go to the 5'9" sophomore Brady Helbing. Over to Torn Hannah. Hannah driving left, kicking to Jokes. Jokes now driving right, lowered his shoulder, no foul called. As Post gets it out to Hannah. Hannah spinning through contact, up, no good. Hannah gets that back, out to Jokes. Jokes is 3, up, away, and somehow goes in. Hit back iron, then top of the backboard, and somehow managed to drop, not complaining, as the Vikings take a 3-2 lead. Over into the corner to Bunkowski. Bunkowski looking, now driving left, getting it to Soto. Soto to Abel. Abel kicking it, nearly stolen by Post, as Abel now gets it back. Top of the key, shot up and off, front iron, no good. Ziegler pulls that puppy down. Ziegler now being guarded closely by Bunkowski, getting it to Carter Jokes in the corner. Jokes driving baseline, getting it to Torn Hannah. Hannah, top of the key to Post. Post over to Lang. Lang driving left, spinning right, getting it to Ziegler. Post now driving, spinning down low. No foul called on the way up as Beaver Dam comes down with it now. Helbing loses it, gets it back. Thought about the 3, did not take it. Instead gets it to Abel. 14:40 left in this first half. Vikings up 3-2. Abel now calling for the isolation. He gets it, crosses over, steps back. Post could have gotten to that. Instead will stay on this end of the court now to Bunkowski. Bunkowski gets it to Soto. Soto crossing left, getting it to Helbing. 14:20 left, Vikings up by 1. Helbing got Torn Hannah in the air, does not take the shot. Vikings still on D here. Back to the corner, shot up, no good, rebounded by Lang. Lang running point here. Carter Jokes. Nice pass down low from Ziegler as that one was poked away, electrifying the student section. Simeon Smith seeing some early PT here in for Hannah. Abel running point here. 3-2 still the score. Abel looking to change that. Crosses over on Smith. Great defense there from Simeon as gets it down to Soto. Soto kicking out to Helbing. Back to Abel. Abel still scoreless. Likely to change rather soon. Vikings bench wanting a travel. Instead, the second foul on the half on the Vikings. Jilks picking up his second early on. Jilks with 3 points and a couple of fouls. Called that foul in the air as Broden Boschert will head to the line. His first free throw is away and good. Reese Rick checking in for Jilks. Jilks subbing out, of course, with those 2 fouls. Second for Boschert is up, away, and rattles home. Taking now a 4-3 lead with 13-15 are the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Lang getting it over to Smith. Smith getting it to Ziegler. Ziegler being hounded. Ziegler spin move down low, kicking out to Reese Rick through his hands, gets it back over to Ethan Post. Post kicking to Ziegler. Ziegler could shoot that. He does. That gets tipped. And a foul on Beaver Dam, I believe, is the call. That foul indeed on Beaver Dam on number 3, Brady Helbing, who subs out. First foul for Beaver Dam. 4-3, Beaver Dam on top as Ziegler gets it inbounded to him nearing the half-court line. Got to be wary of that as Ziegler crosses over, setting up the offense here. Ziegler pulls up. That shot off right, no good. Will go with the Beavers. Maybe not the greatest shot selection there from Ziegler as he was open and he can't shoot that. But that shot just a wee bit right. Abel now with it. That 3 up in the air, up and good for Tyler Blankowski. First 3 for Beaver Dam as the Vikings now trail 7-3 with 12:04 left in this first half. Lang gets it over to Ethan Post as Post looks to drive, backing down his defender. Nice step through, up and good. So great footwork there by Ethan Post, using that extra step he had on the step through. Blankowski kicking into the corner to Abel as just like that, Abel knocking down that 3 just like that. Vikings trailing 10-5 as Rick gets doubled. Getting it over to Lang. Lang crosses the timeline. Gets it over down low to Rick. Back out to the top of the key to Post. Post driving. Kicking to Lang. Lang's corner 3 up and front iron. No good. Vikings not hitting their shots tonight. Abel now getting out and running with it. Nice shot fake there by Boschert. Ziegler, great defense, poking that one away. Turnover, Golden Beavers. Vikings now with it, kicking it to Lang. Lang may have gotten away with a walk, instead kicks it out to Post. His 3 short, no good. As the Vikings trail 10-5, 10:40 left. Driving the lane, now kicking out top of the key. 3 up, short, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Vikings trailing 10-5, 10:17 left as Beaver Dam's on a little 7-1 spurt. Post trap down low. Post turnaround up, no good. Beaver Dam with it now, kicking out top of the key to Abel. Abel getting fouled on the way up. Raymond Wooler checking in for Smith. First personal, third team. As Smith and Ziegler sub out, Banfield and Wooler sub in. Abel thought about that three, did not take it. Post floater up, no good. Rebounded by Wooler. Hannah now driving, kicking to Wooler in the right corner. Now to Post in the left corner. Post out to Lang, top of the key. Lang driving right, kicking it over to Torn Hannah. Hannah pass fake, getting it to Tyler Banfield. Banfield drives the lane. Nice pass fake, shot up and good. Beaver Dam getting down the court in a hurry with Nate Abel. 10-7 your score, 9:09 left in this first half. Three up and back iron, no good. For number 34, Mason Farron. Banfield now driving, kicking out to Post, top of the key. Post getting it over to Torn Hannah. Hannah driving left, kicking to Banfield in the left corner now. Banfield down to Torn Hannah. Hannah putting his man in the post, kicking to Banfield. Banfield in amongst the trees, shot up and good. So Tyler Banfield coming off the bench, getting a quick four, willing the Vikings back. Now they're only down by one. Bunkowski kicking to Abel. Abel driving baseline, lay in, good. Not much the Vikings can do there. Abel listed as 6'1", as Banfield is only 5'8". Banfield now driving on Abel, looking to get across the timeline. He does. Getting it over to Lang. 8 minutes left. Vikings down 3. Kicking it to Hannah. Hannah looking to tie things up. He does not. As Helbing pulls down the board. Helbing kicking to Abel. Abel, quick trigger. Wow. Nate Abel, just like that, in the flash of an eye, has got the last 8 for Beaver Dam in the last few minutes. 7.5 minutes left. Vikings down 15-9. Post now driving, kicking it out to Wooler. Wooler's three in the left corner. No good. Vikings just not connecting on anything this evening. Beaver Dam hit 3 threes thus far. Vikings only with 1, courtesy of Carter Jokes. Jokes with 3, Post with 2, and Banfield with the 4 off the bench. That foul on number 22, Anthony Lang, his first, as now Jokes has 2, and Smith and Lang both have 1. As Ziegler checks back in. Abel's 3 is up and front iron, no good. Rebounded and put back quickly by Boschert. Vikings had it 10-9 game, as a nice little 7-0 spurt by Beaver Dam. Looking to stop that is Raymond Wooler, and he does from the corner. Wooler connecting on a deep 2, they're saying. As I need to change my score, as now Vikings up, down 17-12, 6:47 left in this one. Banfield picking up a foul there, his first. Helbing gets it back off of the inbounds. 5 team fouls for the Vikings, only 1 for Beaver Dam. That 3 up, front iron, no good. As I try to stop that ball from going into a court next to us, as I'm unable to get to that one. Nate Abel whistled for his first foul there. And if the Vikings can drive on Abel on this possession, maybe force him to pick up his second, that would be huge. Ziegler looking to inbound it. Gets it into Hannah. Risky pass. Into Banfield. As now Post gets doubled over to Ziegler. Ziegler driving left. Nice attempt to get it down low to Banfield. Picked off as that laying up no good. Hannah pulls that down and a foul on Beaver Dam. That foul on number 20, Evan Sharkey, his first, third on the team. Ziegler inbounding it yet again, getting it into Banfield. Banfield driving on Helbig now, looking to maybe cross over to his right. He does, and he gets doubled immediately over to Wooler. Wooler 18-footer up and good. Wooler with 4 along with Banfield, leading scorers for the Vikings. Turnover Vikings, as we'll see what Torrin Hannah can do on this fast break. Laying up no good as Hannah hit the ground hard. As he is a little slow to get up, leaning, favoring his left knee or ankle. Post picking up a foul on that play. As Coach now selecting to leave Torrin Hannah in. Maybe a risky decision from Coach Nessheim. Over to Sharkey. Sharkey getting it to Helbing. Helbing over to Abel, top of the key. Abel driving, kicking out to Helbing. Helbing now top of the key, poked away by Post. Helbing somehow gets that back as he gets it top of the key to Sharkey. Sharkey over to Abel. Has shot up no good. Rebounding it offensively and fouled on the way up. Torrin Hannah picking up his first, 7th on the team, only 3 on Beaver Dam. Abel splashes home the first as Bunkowski subs back in. Abel looking to get into double figures here in the first half if he connects on this free throw, which is in the air, up and rattles out. Banfield driving on Helbing yet again as he crosses over to his left. Ziegler thought about that 3, instead gets it to Wooler. Wooler gets it poked away, somehow gets it back over to Hannah. Hannah to Banfield. Banfield's 3 rattles out, no good, rebounded by Helbing. Helbing now driving, kicking over to Bunkowski, back to Helbing, top key, rattles out, no good, rebounded by Ziegler. Timeout Vikings as I'll get a chance to finally catch my breath. Vikings trailing 18-14, 4:42 left in this first half. We'll be right back.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. Vikings trailing 18-14, 4:42 left. Leading for Mount Horeb in terms of points is Tyler Banfield and Ray Wooler, both with 4, Jokes with 3, and Post with the deuce. As I just try to get a few things figured out over on my side as Ziegler inbounds it to Hannah. Hannah Helbing, the main presser in the backcourt tonight for Beaver Dam, as Hannah crosses the half-court line. Looking to Ziegler. He gets there indeed. Post 3 up and good. Good to see from Ethan Post, as Post now has 5. Post in his only his 4th or 5th game on the season. Of course, out for a while with that shoulder injury. Now Beaver Dam with it over to Abel. Abel thought about the 3, heavily contested, did not take it. Instead, top of the key 3 up and rattles in for Bunkowski as he hits his second 3, 4th for Beaver Dam, as they lead 21-17 with 3:51 left in this first frame of play. Post thought about another 3 instead. Looked to get fouled on the way up. No call. As Beaver Dam now, Nate Abel gets it poked away. Great defense there from Raymond Wooler as Vikings have a 5-on-4 break as Abel gets back over to Wooler. Wooler's 3 short, no good. And nearly getting that one was Wooler off of the miss. Now over to Bunkowski, back to Helbing. Vikings trailing by 4, 21-17, 3:10 left in this first half. As Bunkowski gets it top of the key to Boschert. Boschert to Helbing. Helbing over to Soto. Kicked out to Helbing, top of the key. Now back to Soto. Soto over to Helbing. Now to Nate Abel. Abel kicks it to number 22, Bunkowski. Is laying up no good. Post thought about another 3, already has 1 on the evening as Ziegler backs things out. Ziegler still scoreless, looking to change that here as he kicks it to Hanna. Hanna to Wooler. Wooler left elbow extended, driving the lane. Post hook up, no good. Vikings in a little scoring drought here. Abel crosses back as Ziegler now on Abel, switching back to Hanna. Torrin Hanna guarding closely. Nate Abel back to Abel. Abel with 9 on the ball game. Leaning in for contact. No call on the way up as Abel really looking for a foul there. Kind of channeling his inner James Harden. Leaning in for contact, hoping to draw a foul, go to the line as he got no call. Wooler skips to Banfield. Banfield the post in the left corner. Down to Ziegler. Ziegler at the block to Ethan Post. Post up, no good. Gets his own board, and no defense being played there as Ethan Post now with 7, leading Mount Horeb in scoring. Down in a hurry as Vikings trailing 21-19, minute and 21 seconds left. Over to Soto. Beaver Dam playing mainly with their starters here in this first half. 3 shot faked by Boschert. Instead, Soto thought about 3. Boschert now being guarded by Post. Number 2 on number 2. As Brady Helbing gets the ball over to Abel. Abel picks up a screen. Ziegler wanting to switch. Now under a minute at 50 seconds. Vikings trailing by 2. Get a stop here. Maybe come down and get a super quick score. Going to halftime tied or with the lead. As Beaver Dam looking like they might hold for the last shot here. Vikings looking for a turnover here with 30 seconds left. Over to Brady Helbing, top of the key. Helbing gets it back to Bunkowski. Back to Helbing with 20 seconds left. Now down to 10. Vikings still trailing by 2. Gotta get a stop here as Abel started by the 5'8". Great defense there by Post. Abel flips it back up. No good. Ziegler fighting for it. No foul called as the Vikings will head into the halftime break. Down 21-19. We will take a quick break and be back with the Wisco Radio halftime show. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377 to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did. You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Get started with your idea. Call for free information.
Call 1-800-461-2844. That's 1-800-461-2844.
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on wiscoradio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymounthoreb.com. Book online or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back here to beautiful Beaver Dam High School. Just a shade under 9 minutes left in this first half. Vikings trailing 21-19. What the Vikings have done well here in this first half, solid three-point shooting, knocking down a couple, one from Jilks and one from post. Fast break points also been a good point here for the Vikings in the first half. Got a few easy lands in transition. Vikings also haven't had a ton of turnovers in this first half. For the Vikings with 3 points is Carter Jilks, also with a couple of fouls. Post with 7 and a foul, leading the Vikings. Banfield with 4, both on deuces. Wooler also with 4, both of his buckets come from 2-point territory. I believe with that, few ticks under 8 minutes left in this first half. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
You are listening to Vikings basketball right here on Wisco Radio.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Wisco Radio for photos, stats, the tip tracker, and much more.
Plain Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Plain Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or plainwisconsin.com.
Did you know that one of the top global providers of 3D printing and additive manufacturing services is located right here just outside of Mount Horeb? Since 2001, Midwest Prototyping has been creating parts and prototypes for companies worldwide. To learn more, visit MidwestProto.com. Midwest Prototyping proudly supports Mount Horeb students through internships, technical education programs, and athletics. Go Vikings!
Plain Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit PlayInWisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. Just a few shades under 5 minutes left in this first half. 4:52 left for Beaver Dam. Broden Boschert with 4. Brady Helbing with a couple. Tyler Bunkowski with 6, all from beyond the arc. And the big scorer, as always, for Beaver Dam with 9 of the team's 21 is Nate Abel. What the Vikings can work on here in this second half includes getting to the line. They had no free throw attempts in the first half. I believe only 3 fouls called all half on Beaver Dam, 7 on the Vikings. Drive the ball into the lane a bit more, especially on Abel. Abel has 1 foul, maybe drive early and often on him in the second half, maybe have him pick up his second or even third, force him on the bench for a while. And finally, I have it in all caps, underlined twice, stopping Nate Abel. Abel, as I said, with 9. Just about half of the team's points. 6 of them come from beyond the arc. A free throw, 1 for 2 from the line for Abel, and a deuce. I believe with that, we'll take one final quick break here in this halftime show. 3:50 left. We'll be right back.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Find all previous stats, replays of past games, and weekly podcasts covering all Vikings athletic action by going to wiscoradio.com and clicking under the Archives podcast tab.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
Wisco Radio, home of the Mount Horeb Vikings.
The Grand Stay Hotel and Suites is a brand new hotel in Mount Horeb. The Grand Stay caters to business and leisure travelers and is ideal for individuals and families. In a convenient location near Madison, Grand Stay is also a great option for guests visiting neighboring Barneveld or Epic Systems in Verona. We offer clean, comfortable rooms, free hot breakfast, an indoor pool, hot tub, and a 24-hour fitness center. To see pictures, visit grandstaymounthoreb.com. Book online or call 608-437-5200 to make your reservation today.
Now it's time to get back to the Vikings athletic action, brought to you live right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. 38 seconds left in this halftime. If you're looking for things to do this weekend to cheer on the Vikings, of course, there's this game tonight. Tomorrow, wrestling has regional at Middleton. Gymnastics will be down at Platteville, and there is a swim sectional at Middleton High School. The Vikings only held to 19 points in this first half. Got to be one of their lower point totals this whole season and a half. As to keep up with that 70-point scoring streak, if my math is correct, they got to put up 51 in this half. Ziegler held scoreless here in the first half. Unusual sight for Mount Horeb. Beaver Dam will be inbounding it. Looking to get it in here to Brady Helbing. They do indeed, as Anthony Lang looks to play some defense on Helbing. Only 4 Vikings players have their warm-ups off on the bench, which means only 9 players have gotten in for Coach Nessheim. Now, Bunkowski driving left, kicking into the corner. 3 up and off, no good. Rebounded by Ethan Post. That 3 attempted by Boschert. Ziegler getting the ball here, getting a screen from Tornhanna. 3-4 Ziegler up and Schmoney. Owen Stephen Curry Ziegler hitting his first 3 on the game. First points for Mr. Ziegler, as Ziegler applying some nice defense on Bunkowski. As Bunkowski gets it over to Helbing. Helbing now in the corner. Abel driving right, kicking to Bunkowski. Bunkowski almost stepped on that baseline, as now he drives, spins other way. Shot fake there, nice one. And the 18-footer up, no good. Rebounded by Ziegler. Vikings up 22-21. As Jokes now with it, spins baseline, maybe pushed off. No call as Jokes unable to finish on that lane. Now the 3 in transition, up and good for number 22 Bunkowski. 9 points now from all coming from 3-point territory. Post picks up his dribble, gets it over to Jokes. Jokes now to Tornhanna. Hanna getting it down low to Ziegler. Ziegler backs it out here. Getting it to Post. Post shot fake, drives the lane. Up through contact, no call. Post finishes. Ethan Post now with 9. His first 2 on this half. Abel gets it over to Bunkowski, back to Abel, over to Helbing. Helbing now holding the ball up top, tied at 24 here, as Bunkowski shots, fakes, and They're calling a little bump as a foul on Carter Jilks will be his third. Not good for Carter. Coach Nessheim electing to leave Jilks in here, trusting him to not pick up his fourth, as Abel shoots about 13 times a game, so he's definitely shooting a ton this season. As Abel now gets it, might have pushed off on Ziegler, no call. Ziegler nearly pokes it away. 15:26 left in this ballgame, tied at 24 here. Abel kicking it out to the top of the key to Bunkowski. Into Abel into the corner, up and short, rebounded by Ethan Post. Lang now in transition, driving the lane, spinning right, and a foul is called. First free throw attempts here for Mount Horeb on the game in just about 21 minutes of play, as number 22, Anthony Lang, will be at the line. That foul on Helbing, his second. Up and good for the first free throw of the ball game. Splashes home for for Lang, as Banfield checks in for Jilks. Lang gets the second one to drop through all of the noise coming from the Beaver Dam student section. First time we've really heard them tonight. Vikings up 2 now. Vikings on a nice 7-3 spurt to start the half. 3 minutes in, 15 minutes left. Vikings up by 2. In to the corner. Helbing now gets it top of the key, nearing half court. Over to Boschert. Boschert gets it to the top to Soto. Soto over to Helbing in the right corner now. Helbing crosses over, lefty floater from about 18 feet is no good. Ziegler gets to Banfield. Banfield could have shot the three, elects to drive the lane. Shot up and good. Tyler Banfield now at 6 for the Vikings, who find themselves up 28-24, 14-21 left in this ballgame. Over to the top of the key now to Abel. Abel hits to Bunkowski. Over to Boschert now. Boschert looking to get it to Helbing. He does indeed. Nice closeout by Lang. Lang playing airtight defense on Helbing. Vikings up 4th, 28-24, 13:50 left as Helbing kicks it down low to Abel. Abel now to Bunkowski, back to Helbing. 3 is up and good for Beaver Dam. Brady Helbing getting that 3, now with 5 on the game, is the 5'9" sophomore. Post in and out dribble into a crossover as he drives the lane. Up through contact. That shot does not fall, but Ethan will go to the line for a pair. That foul on number 11, Alex Soto, his first for the starter. Post goes to line short, but rattles home. As Tornhanna checks out, Raymond Woolert checks in for the Vikings. Post second rattles home as well. 4 for 4 are the Vikings from the line. Helbing now with it, guarded by Banfield very closely. Over to Boschert. Boschert shot fake, gets it to Helbing. Helbing kicks out. Top of the key, Vikings up 3. Looking here to Helbing are the Beavers. 3 is up and no good. Over the back foul as Vikings maybe getting momentum here, down 21-19 at the half. Coming out firing, up 30-27. That foul is on number 30, Nate Abel. Maybe drive on Abel on this play. Make him pick up number 3, as that would be massive. Post driving right. Nice between the legs crossover. That shot up no good. Rebounded by Boschert. Boschert pushing things on Wooler. Laying up no good. Rebounded, and a foul will be called on the way up on Raymond Wooler, I believe. That foul on number 21, Raymond Wooler. As I was correct, Wooler with 4 on the evening, and that one foul. Boschert at the line for the second time. Now he is 3 for 3 from the line. Sharkey checks in, and Helbing checks out for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Second of 2 for Boschert, up and good. Boschert, a lot like Ziegler from the line, has not hit rim yet. As Lang bringing things up, gets it over to Tyler Banfield. Banfield gets it to post. Ziegler isolated in that right corner. Driving the lane, nice step through, and a foul on the way up on the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Alex Soto picking up number 2. Number 2, Ethan Post, shooting 2 at the line. Post's first is no good. First miss for the Vikings. As that shot hit front iron, caromed right and fell off. Post second up and home for the point. Now 3 for 4 in the half from the line is Ethan Post. Post with 12, 5 coming in this second half. 12-12 left, Vikings up 31-29 as this is shaping up to be quite a good finish. Down low, fader, no good. Rebounded by Hannah. Ziegler looking to run point here. Hannah does instead. Now getting it to Ziegler. Ziegler driving lane, sees an open lane. Floater up and good for Ziegler. Ziegler now with 5 out coming in this half as the Vikings are up 4, 33-29 with 11:43 left. Over to Boschert now. Boschert driving on Wooler. Kicking out top of the key. As now Abel steps back on Hannah. Gets it over to number 22, Bunkowski. Tyler Bunkowski driving on Tyler Banfield. As the Vikings looking to get a stop and score here, push this to maybe a 3-possession game as they're up 2 possessions right now. 3 for Abel, off no good, rebounded by Ziegler as Ziegler wants to really get out and run with things here now. Nice find to Wooler, to Lang. 3 for Banfield, good! Banfield knocks down a rare 3 as the Vikings up 7. Timeout, Beaver Dam, we'll take one as well. 36-29 Vikings, 10:59 left. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Wisconsin, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. Vikings up 7, 36-29 as they trail by 2 at the half as they are firing on all cylinders here in this half. Banfield knocking down the 3 on the last possession, giving him 9. With 5 of those points coming in the second half. Ziegler with 5 as well, all in the second half. Lang with the pair from the line. Wooler with 4. Post with 12. Jilks with the 3 early on. Jilks also playing with 3 fouls. As if the Vikings can get a stop here, maybe score, keep this momentum rolling, but it all starts on defense. Now driving is Alex Soto, kicking to Bunkowski. His three is up and good as he's got 12 all from beyond the arc. 36-32 now the score with 10:38 left in this ball game. Nice crossover by Banfield. Got to get it across the half-court line. He does. Over to Lang. Lang now driving, spinning in the post. Floater up, no good as the Vikings got to get a stop here. Nice shot fake there. And they're calling a travel on Nate Abel. Rare turnover for Abel. As I was talking to Owen Ziegler at school today, and he's saying kind of a strange fact, Abel averages more turnovers than he does assists a game. As the Vikings up 36-32 with 10:18 and ticking left. Ziegler gets it inbounded to him. Back to Lang. As a reach-in foul is called. And a little frustration being shown by Evan Sharkey as he was not a fan of that call. Second personal on Sharkey. Fifth on the team. Lang now driving, kicking out to Banfield. Banfield thought about the three, instead gets to post. Post. Defender laying off him a little bit. Kicking it now to Torrin Hanna. Hanna over to Post. Post thought about the three, did not take it, instead drives the lane. Kicks out to Lang. Lang's three, good. Anthony Lang knocking down the three on that possession. Vikings back up 7. As Anthony Lang now with 5 as well. 39-32, Vikings on top. 9.5 minutes left in this one. Over now to Helbing. Helbing back in with 2 fouls. Vikings faithful. About an hour and a half trip up here, getting loud. Now Sharkey getting it to Helbing. Helbing crossing over, kicking into the corner to Boschert. Boschert thought about the three, did not take it. Now to the top key to Farron. Farron over to Helbing. Helbing kicks now into the corner as the Vikings playing great defense here, up 7, now under 9 minutes left. Helbing driving right. Great help defense there. Ziegler got to close out on that. 3 up, no good as Banfield pulls it down. Banfield now driving right, spinning in the post, may have gotten away with a push-off. Floater up, and good for Tyler. Banfield now with 11, 7 of them coming in this half. Nice lay in there by Sharkey as he gets on the board for the first time tonight. Lang now driving behind the back dribble, spinning, driving left, kicking out. Ziegler spin move in the post. Not sure where he was going with that pass. Maybe to Torrin Hanna, but turnover Vikings. Vikings up 7 with 8 minutes left. 3 for Helbing, up back iron. Lang pulls it down. Banfield now has baseline open if he wants it. Instead, dribbles top of the key. Ziegler has Lang open in the corner. Spin move. Nice find down low to Ethan Post. What a pass by Owen Ziegler. No look down to Post. He's looking at the rim. Somehow managed to get that down to Ethan. As Post now with 14 leading Mount Horeb. 43-34 the score. 7-17 left. 3 up. Corner no good. Rebounded. Ziegler. Foul on Beaver Dam. As just about everything's going in the way of the Vikings here. Jokes checking back in. Jokes with 3 as he checks in for Tony. Anthony Lang subbing out. Carter Jokes subbing in. $7:15 left in this one. Vikings up 9. Inbounded to Torrin Hanna. Hanna crossing right now. As a no call on a push-off, Jokes. Nice find down to Hanna. Hanna connects on the lay-in. Torn-Hanna gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight with that lay-in, as Vikings now up double digits just in the blink of an eye. Helbing driving, kicking, top of the key, 3 up, rattles out, no good for Bunkowski. Rebound to Mount Horeb, as everything going in the way of the Vikings here. Ziegler in the left corner, only has 5 on the game as Hanna gets it over to Ethan Post. Back to Hanna, his 3, money. Ethan Post with a beautiful dime to Torn-Hanna. Timeout Beaver Dam will take one as well. Vikings on a run, up 14 with 6:25 left.
Plain, Wisconsin, the largest selection and the lowest prices on swing sets, basketball hoops, trampolines, backyard courts, sports training products, and much more. Try it first at Plain, Wisconsin, Parmenter Street in Middleton, or plainwisconsin.com.
Dr. Steven Samuelson and Lauren Ta are your local eye care professionals. Any time of year is a great time to schedule your optical exam and your eye care needs. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care, 437-3377, to schedule your eye exam today. 437-3377. You'll be glad you did.
Plain, Wisconsin is your local home court headquarters for everything basketball. From driveway hoops to indoor-outdoor home courts, find the perfect addition for your family. Visit PlayInWisconsin.com or stop by Wisconsin's only basketball showroom to see all the features before you buy. Try it first at Play in Wisconsin.
You are listening to an exclusive interview brought to you only by Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. 6:02 left in this game. Vikings getting another stop on defense. Ziegler running with it. 5:53 now. Post now with it, looking to drive right. Instead goes left, top of the key. Post driving the lane up. Lane no good as Post a little shove. Gets shoved a little bit by Boschert. No call as Boschert pulls it up and good. Rather controversial no call. Post is already going to the ground and Boschert shoves him down. Comes down and hits the 3. Vikings now cannot lose momentum as Post comes down. Shakes his head a little at the ref. Can't let that get to him. Banfield now crossing over, driving the lane, kicking out to Post. Post thought about the 3, instead gets it to Torn-Hanna. Hanna over to Jilks, that one's stolen away. Laying up and good. As now Beaver Dam on a little bit of a run. Ness calling for a timeout, gets it as Vikings just in the blink of an eye, only up 9, 4:58 left. We'll be right back.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to Wisco Radio, the leader in Mount Horeb Prep Athletics.
Welcome back to Wisco Radio's coverage of a Badger North matchup between the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers and the Mount Horeb Vikings. This one getting a little chippy and interesting. Vikings up 9, 48-39 with 4:58 left. Maybe a turning point in this game. Vikings were just up 14. Ethan Post comes down, misses a lane with his left. Going down to the ground, gets shoved by Boschert. No call by the ref. Boschert comes down, knocks down a 3. As we'll see if that has maybe a turning point in this game. Vikings can't let that get to them. Gotta gain and regain their composure. Up 9. Ethan Post having himself quite the game. With 7 this half, 14 overall, leading Mount Horeb. Tyler Banfield in second with 11. Ziegler gets it back here from Post. Over to Banfield. Banfield gets it to Torn-Hanna. Hanna getting it back here from Ethan. Ziegler thought about the 3 instead, drives the lane, dishes out to Jokes. Jokes drives the lane up and just didn't get that puppy over the rim as Vikings need to get a stop here. Into the corner, 3 is up and good. Just like that, we're down to a 6-point game as Alex Soto knocks down that 3. All 5 coming in the last 2 possessions here. Post driving the lane, now backing it out. Hannah and the foul! Torin Hannah driving the lane through contact, going to the line, hoop and the harm for Torin Hannah. Back to an 8-point game in favor of the Vikings. Torin Hannah now at the line. Free throw rattles out, no good. That would have been a nice one to have. Vikings up 50-42 now at 4 minutes left. Boschert kicking it to the top of the key. Now Abel with it. Abel, see if he can go into takeover mode as he drives on Hannah. Hannah, nice defense there. Boschert now kicks it to that 3 up. Back iron. Rebounded by Ziegler. Ziegler just rips that away from Abel as Ziegler was getting hacked down on that end. No call. Jokes gets it to Torin Hannah. Hannah over to Banfield. Vikings up 8, 3:15 left, holding it for a little bit here. Now to Ethan Post. Post shot fake. Seriously consider that 3. Wise decision not take it as he kicks it over. Now being doubled. Torin Hannah now getting it over to Ziegler. Ziegler triple teamed, kicking it to Jokes. Vikings trailed by 2 at the halftime intermission as the foul is called on Beaver Dam. But the Vikings trailed 21-19 at the half. Came out firing on all cylinders here. That foul on number 22, Bunkoski, his first. Banfield now going to the line, 1-and-1 bonus. 18 fouls on Beaver Dam. 2 on the Vikings. Banfield ignores the screams of the Beaver Dam student section, gets that free throw to rattle in. Banfield with an even dozen now on the game. Second is up and good. Give Banfield a baker's dozen. Vikings 7 for 9 on throws all in this half. Up 10 yet again, 52-42 with 2:45 and counting. Helbing now driving, kicking out to number 30, Nate Abel, who splashes home the 3. 7-point game now. Vikings got to be wary of a comeback here from Beaver Dam. See if the Vikings like to hold it a little bit here. 2:21 left, Vikings up 7. Ziegler getting it to Post, who gets hacked for the foul. 1-and-1 bonus coming for senior Ethan Post. That foul on Broden Boschert, his first of the game. First for Post is up and good. Ethan filling up the scoring column here. Ziegler only with 5, but he's not complaining as the Vikings are up 8 with 2:13 left. Post second is off, no good. Nobody back in transition for the Vikings. 3 in the corner up, no good. Rebounded on the offensive side of things. Helbing now driving, nearly getting it swatted. Nice floater there by Brady Helbing as he got that thing about 15 feet in the air, and it rattled home. So Brady Helbing getting that deuce. Now he's got 7 on the game. Over to Lang. Lang maybe got away with a push-off. And a foul will be called on Beaver Dam. Actually, a timeout called by Coach Nussheim. Will take one as well. We'll be right back.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
The Jared Nelson Agency is a proud supporter of Viking athletics. Known as the top farm insurer in Wisconsin, the Jared Nelson Agency is also your source for commercial, home, auto, and life insurance. Call 437-4020 or stop by the office at 211 West Main Street, Mount Horeb, to protect what matters most.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
This is Wisco Radio.
Minute 43 left. Crunch time here for both teams. Vikings up 53-47. 6-point game with under 2 minutes. Beaver Dam maybe get a turnover here, come down quick score. Vikings just got to keep good control of the ball and draw a few fouls, knock down the shots at the charity stripe. Ziegler, looking to inbound it here. Gets it into post. Beautiful pass. Post! Oh, if that would have dropped, that would have sent the Mount Horeb faithful into a frenzy as Post will go to line for another 2. Soto picking up number 3 on the game as Post will go to the line. Double bonus here on out for Mount Horeb. 10 team fouls for Beaver Dam, only 2 on the Vikings. Post had his fair share of opportunities at the line, making the most of those opportunities. 5 made free throws in this half for Ethan Post. A lot of free throw attempts in this half for the Vikings. Post, second of 2, rattles out, no good. As Post only one of his last 3. Vikings up 7 with a minute 30 left. Vikings got to be aware here of Abel. They know that they're going to be running the offense mainly through Abel late as Helbing now gets into the corner. And a foul called on the Vikings should hopefully be on the ground. Jilks picks up his 4th as they call that foul on Jilks in the air. As the first for Abel rattles home. Vikings got to be wary now of this full court press that will very likely be incoming as Abel's second is up and good. Abel now with quite a few points. Don't want to add them up quite yet, but he's definitely scored a few times. Post now gets fouled as he holds the ball for a couple seconds, knows he wants to be the one at the line. Number 2, Braden Boschert picking up his second. Ethan Post at the line for a pair. Got to knock these down late. Clutch time for Ethan Post. His first up and good. Post second is up and good. Post last 4 points have came from the line. Got to get some going in a hurry here. 3 up and good. Timeout taken. Beaver Dam will take one as well. Minute 5 left. Vikings only up 4 now. We'll be right back.
It's an exciting time to work at Land's End in Dodgeville. Our distribution and call centers are hiring for first and second shift holiday part-time jobs. We offer flexible schedules in a variety of positions. Plus, you'll get access to our amazing employee discount, on-site clinic, and fitness center, and so much more. Starting wage is $13.25 to $14.25 an hour, with premium wages up to $21.38 per hour for select peak dates. In addition, we offer weekend and evening premium pay. Apply today at landsend.com/jobs. That's landsend.com/jobs.
You are listening to the Mount Horeb Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Beaver Dam High School. 56-52 Vikings on top. They're just up 50-42. What seemed like a few seconds ago. Come down a couple quick threes and free throws for Beaver Dam. Just like that, it's a 4-point game. Inbounded to Ziegler. Ziegler, as I've mentioned, 51 of 54th line. One of those, an intentional miss in the game versus Janesville Craig. As Lang now under a minute with the ball, gets it to Jokes. Jokes gets fouled as he's got to knock these down. Beaver Dam could come down if Jokes misses a couple here. Make this a 1-point game. That foul on Bunkowski, his second. Jokes got to knock these down. Carter's first. Good. As I am on the edge of my seat here, only a 7-point lead for the Vikings. Jokes first points of this half. Second up and tickling the twine there is Carter. 58-52 now. As that pass goes out of bounds. Turnover, Beaver Dam, careless turnover there by Abel. Thought his man was going to cut one way. He ended up cutting the other as that pass sails into the Beaver Dam bench. Vikings definitely going to be looking to get this one into Ziegler. They do, as they're not fouling Ziegler. Interesting choice here. No foul yet. Ziegler gets it back. 30 seconds left. When are they going to foul Ziegler? Ziegler double. Got to get it away. As he does, and foul post about 15 to 20 seconds ticked off the clock there. As he just didn't want to foul Ziegler. They know he's shooting 94% from the line. As Ethan will go to the line here. Post first, up, and good. 27 seconds left. Vikings up 7. Post knocks us down. And the Vikings will hopefully be in fairly good shape. That off back iron. Vikings got to get some stops here on D. Over to Helbing. Helbing now driving. No fouling there by the Vikings. Laying up and good. Timeout taken. 59-54. They score 18.7 seconds left. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Can't make it to the game? Catch it live on WiscoRadio.com or download our mobile app on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store.
Welcome back to you here from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. 59-54 Vikings on top, 18.7 seconds left. Vikings still have 2 timeouts if they need them when inbounding the ball. Ethan Post, the big scorer for the Vikings here. Not sure how many he's got, but his last 4 have been from the line. And his last 7 of 9 coming from the line. So Pope's filling it up from the charity stripe. Looks like Anthony Lang will be inbounding the ball, getting it into Post. Post double in the corner, got to get away. Instead, he gets fouled. 1.3 ticks came off the clock. Vikings up 5. Got to knock these down if you're Ethan. Post has one splitting free throws, making one, missing the second. Got to knock both of these down as Beaver Dam has 1 timeout left if they need it. First 4 Post up and good, silencing the Beaver Dam student section. Post second. Up and back iron. Ethan splits another pair as this one could get interesting. Skip pass, Post got to close out on that. He does, he gets a piece of it. Rebounded Vikings as that should just about do it. Tipped away, quick score as a timeout taken. Vikings up 60-56, 4.3 seconds left. We'll be right back.
When the stadium lights go on, you know it's time for Mount Horeb Barneville football, and that's where you'll find Mark Norman and Associates. As a parent and local business owner, Mark knows the importance of supporting high school athletics, the athletic program, and Mount Horeb Barneville football. Mark Norman and Associates also knows the importance of buying or selling your property. At First Weber of Mount Horeb, Mark Norman and Associates want to help you find the perfect home in the area, whether it be in the town or in the country. For the expertise and the experience you need, call 608-575-3393 or visit them online, marknorman.firstweber.com.
You are listening to Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Wisco Radio's coverage of this Beaver Dam versus Mount Horeb hoops matchup. Big deflection there by Ethan Post on that last shot. Ziegler pulling down the rebound, and that one gets and getting that ball deflected. Quick score, and just like that, we got a 4-point game with 4.3 seconds left. Vikings absolutely need to come down after they get fouled and at least make one, if not both. And then no fouling on any shots of any sort. 4.3 seconds left. Ziegler going to get this inbound pass. He gets it poked away as this gym went eerily quiet for a second. As that one poked out of bounds, will stay with the Vikings. 3.7 seconds left. Jilks running to the left, getting it into Ziegler. Fouled, 2.9 seconds left. Ziegler. Of course, you'd like to make both of these, but all he's got to do is really make one, and this one should be over. Ziegler shooting 51 of 54 on line, 51 of 53 if you don't count that intentional miss versus Janesville Craig. 2.9 seconds left. Vikings up 4. Beaver Dam made this one interesting late. Vikings trailed by 2 and went on quite the run in the second half. First for Ziegler, somehow managed to rattle home as Vikings now up 5, 2.9 seconds left, as this one should be just about over. Ziegler second up and money. 62-56 should be the final score. As that is the final score. Vikings winning 62-56. We got to catch a quick bus ride home. So until Monday, our next game, I will not be covering that girls game against Platteville. Until then, 62-56 Vikings win. Have a great weekend. And as always, go Vikings.
Well, that's it for the broadcast tonight. If you missed any of the action live on Wisco Radio, you can always go back to wiscoradio.com and click on the Archives tab to listen to 24/7 on-demand replays of Mount Horeb Athletics. And now it's time to get back to regular scheduled programming right here on Wisco Radio. If you're looking to find the next live broadcast, go to wiscoradio.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Get started with